Hello YouTubers, hopefully this video comes out alright. This is just a very quick YouTube video. I still have to upload several of them on eBay. But I was just working in the shop and I wanted to take a break and do a quick YouTube video. Sorry, I don't have the right document here. Two problems I want to talk about quickly about eBay is that I have not been receiving items, and I have to go through eBay and get refunds. I'll pay for an item and then simply wait up to the point where they say you have to open a case or whatever, you know, like the last 2 days before I open the case. Actually, I gotta open the case here. It's June 18th, I'm seeing. I gotta have the case open by tomorrow, because I haven't received an item yet, and I've waited since sometime in May. That's one big problem, is that I just, several, I'm trying to think, about 4 items I just never received, and I had to go through eBay, and they said, okay, the seller just never uploaded tracking information, so here's your refund. And that's ridiculous, because I'd still like the item, and you know, I pay for it instantly and I just don't receive it at all. So that's one big problem on eBay. I'm really having just 4 cases for the last, it's been the last month and a half, I think, or so. That's been really ridiculous, especially somewhat high value items in the $300 range. One of them was $50, the other one was $300, and the other 2 were in about the $100 range. That was one problem. Then, and I've been waiting about 4 or 5 months to make a video on this guy. I received an item from this guy, and this is a Chinese seller, and the item was completely smashed. There were some diodes, and germanium diodes, and they were just completely smashed. And I complained to the guy, and I mean, it took like 3 months to get the item, you know, the diodes, and they were only $5 or something. It wasn't that big of a deal. It's just the, you know, fact of the matter. I mean, it's just the, you know, behind it, you know, the reasoning, just the whole thing. So it took me about 3 months to get the item, so I couldn't file, you know, item not, you know, received. It took me a long time to get the item. The item was smashed completely. I mean, they're glass diodes, you know, just about that big, real small. So, and they got 2 wires sticking out the ends. So I got them, and they were smashed. I said, okay, seller. So I provided pictures, and this camera's not, it doesn't have macro on it. It's a great camera. It's a photography camera, but it just can't shoot anything close. I mean, when you're trying to do something, show a picture about the end of my pen here, trying to take pictures and get it so you can show that they're smashed, it just doesn't pick up the little bits of glass, you know. So I sent many pictures to the guy, and he kept saying, send me pictures, send me pictures. So I sent him even more pictures, and he says, well, the pictures, they don't show the item being damaged. And I said, well, they're just bits of glass, that's all that's left. And so, finally, the guy said, well, if you pay for shipping, again, I'll send you another item. And I thought, well, this is ridiculous. You sent me one item, it took me 3 months, they were smashed. Sent me another item, that's going to take another 3 months and probably be smashed. I mean, he's throwing them in paper mailers. not the bubble, just, you know, paper. How they do it in China, they're about that big, you know. So that was a thing, and then I looked into the feedback of this person, and they've had this many times, had this happen. It takes forever, and then it's damaged, or it just takes forever, and they never get it, or whatever. And I've read in the feedback that some of the people have said, well, the seller wanted me to send them pictures of the item, but I haven't received the item. How can I send a picture of something I haven't received? So this is a really bad seller. Hopefully you can read this. POLIDA 2008. That's their, you know, eBay. That's the seller's name on eBay. Just terrible. And I think what I'll do is I'll pause this camera and take you to the computer, and I'll show you the negative feedback on this guy, because I mean, over $5, I know, not make a big deal about it, but it's just ridiculous. This keeps happening to other people buying from this seller, and I want to make it known that this is a bad seller, and you know, so just go ahead, I'll do. Okay, hopefully that'll show off pretty good on the camera. You won't see my feedback here, as I never got the chance, after 3 months of waiting, never got the chance to actually leave bad feedback. You'll see that I think the seller's actually getting some of their feedback erased, because if you look at their DSR ratings, 4.9, 4.9, 4.8, and 5.0, my DSR ratings aren't even that good, and I guarantee I never really had any problems with items that I've sent, in terms of, you know, being really slow or anything like that. So I think those are fake. Probably one of these sellers that pay a bunch of money and they get their feedback taken off and get all their ratings. But you can see Ron parts, waste of money and time, no delivery after 59 days, says wait, another delivery in transit, yeah. Item does not match description, does not ship within specified time, very distant, yep. Paid extra $8 for parts I never received in the first place, and $2 in shipping, so I paid twice. That's what basically a seller wanted to do for me. Not the first fake feedback for seller. Yeah, so somebody else probably found out, like I'm saying, that the feedback is fake for the seller. DSR ratings, etc. I mean, still not received after, looks like here, 2 months. April 5th they paid, and still at 23rd of May they had not received the item. Product not arrived, but promises slow recovery, recovered by eBay. Hostile word, you know, you can see what the seller's saying, it's just ridiculous. 70 negative feedbacks over 12 months, that's fake. They've had more than that, I guarantee that. Because the seller kept telling me, oh yeah, it's a Chinese festival, we can't ship, blah blah blah, for 2 months. I don't think China just takes off work for 2 months and does nothing. Let's see. Okay, here's somebody that actually said, where'd it go? Diodes were deformed and broken. Uses other auction pictures. Exactly what, that's not my eBay, but that's exactly what the seller, what happened to me with the seller. Broken, and they were actually different than what they looked in the picture. I would probably guess that their feedback would even be worse if people like me actually got the chance to leave negative feedback. But I waited 7 weeks. This guy waited. Nothing arrived. Most sellers in Hong Kong are 7-day dispatch. Most of the items I do receive from China are actually within 2 weeks, which is still a bit of a wait, but after waiting like 2 months for this guy, it was just ridiculous. Let's see what they have for sale here. View items for sale. Okay. Let's look at something here. $14 days money back. Okay. Can see where they're sending it out of it. We can't be responsible for uninsured packages. For insurance service, having tracking number, please add $3.50. Honestly, I think what people should do for the seller is just buy a lot of their products and just complain that they never received them and get eBay to refund their money. Because this seller is just ridiculous. As you can see, they put their name on every picture. It's all free shipping, so that's how they're getting away with, so I'm going through and checking. It's all free shipping, except for, I think, these. Yeah, they charge you for shipping those, but the rest is free shipping. That's how they're getting the good DSR ratings for that part. See, here's some of the diodes I bought. And they were broke. So, well, thanks for watching.